Hi, Jordan. How are you doing? Great to talk to you.
Hi, fathers. I'm good.
Thank you for calling in.
Thank you. So I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Basically, since I actually was a theology teacher the previous year, a lot of questions, well, a lot of the same question was asked by my students, and I was really wondering on how to answer them. And so I was wondering what you would say about are there like basically is there content in TV shows or films that we have an obligation not to watch, and where is the line?
Okay. All right. Well, that's a good question. We'll try our best here to address it. So I would say, first of all, the eyes, the ears, so our senses are the windows of our soul.
Mhm.
So whatever comes through the senses somehow sticks in your imagination and affects your passions and affects your soul and your relationship with God and everything in you, right? So we always have to have a certain custody of our senses is the statement, and that means to be careful with what you watch, talk, hear, not only TV shows, but also conversations with friends, anything, reading, whatever you comes through your senses affects your soul in some way. And therefore, the same thing applies for TV shows, right? So we have to be careful on what we watch. We have to have a certain capacity to judge the prudence of what we're watching so that it doesn't affect me. Some things will affect me more, some things will affect me less. So I would, Father Richard will have his input right now, but I would say I would divide it, let's see, in one, two, three items if you want, or three areas when you watch a movie. So there's those things that refer to impurity or immodesty, those things that refer to violence, and those things that refer to language or conversation, right? So of course those things affect us differently depending on our age, right? If I'm 12, I would say try not to watch any of those things. There's a lot of impurity and a lot of violence and gore, they call it, and words, because all those things stick, and then people repeat them. As you grow, some of them, maybe you can listen some bad word because it's wrong. You're not going to repeat it. Or someone kills someone in a movie, and you're not going to go out and kill people, but it may affect you depending on who you are. Now, the impurity part is always no. As far as I'm concerned, I would recommend always when there's impurity to try to avoid it. Especially if it's graphic impurity.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. Unfortunately, we live in this society, so if you are going to avoid all impurity, always, I mean, you should avoid it. But I'm saying some good movies might have a ruin like by one scene,
Right.
right? So you could watch it and just fast forward,
Correct.
skip that part, cut it out, right? Somehow.
Mhm.
Um, but whenever you're watching a movie and you had to do that more than two or three times, well,
What movie are
this
you
movie is
watching?
not good, right? So there's a
Right.
point where you just have to switch it off because it's impossible,
And
right?
that's
But
prudence.
yes, so it will depend on each situation, but I agree with Patrick. We should avoid the impurity at all costs, and so just get your remote
Right,
and
and
fast
also it
forward.
depends on who you are. Suppose you're watching a movie with your little cousins and your little brother, and okay, so you have to be more careful. You can't just on your own perception. You have to take care of their perception. If you're watching a movie alone, well, it's different. Or you're watching with other people who are older than you. Well, it's all these different things affect the prudence of watching or not watching what you're watching at the moment.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense. That
Alrighty.
helps.
Well, hopefully all this can help you. There's many other details of what we just said, but that's the gist of it. So, thank you very much for calling in, and yeah, we wish you the best.
Yeah. God bless you.
Thank you.
God bless you, Joey.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye bye.